Well, hello everybody. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm Linda Secondari, and I am the publisher for the Graphic Artists Guild, and I'm here for A Guild Goes Live. I'm going to be around in case anyone wants to engage and ask me questions about the Guild or even the handbook. Of course, everyone should be familiar with the Graphic Artists Guild Handbook for Pricing and Ethical Guidelines. This is the industry Bible, and we publish the handbook every 3 years or so. We're working on the 17th edition right now, which is super exciting. And we are so we're working on that right now, and we've got a lot of exciting stuff happening at the Guild. As always, we have different events that we're presenting. On September 14th, we've got Color Haiku. So join us as we present a phenomenal lineup of talented poster artists in the heart of the arts colony in downtown Pomona, California. And whether you're a diehard for a gig poster or a collector, or maybe you're just curious about beautiful poster art, all are welcome to shop and explore the works by these amazing creators. And Guild members receive 20% off the ticket price, so a 20% discount. And you can check our discount code in the professional discounts for members page on our website. So that's September 14th, Color Haiku. And then on September 26th in Chicago, there's Paper Specs. This is a one-day conference jam-packed with inspiration, trends, valuable insights, and print samples galore. Who doesn't love a print sample? It's everything you need to create print pieces that will wow your clients and attract new ones, no matter what their budget is. And Guild members receive $30 off discounts on tickets. And you can, again, check that for the discount code on the professional discounts for members page on the website. So those are two events that the Guild has discounts for. And then we've got some online events happening. We've got Freelance Fandango, which is every Sunday. And that is a virtual opportunity for cartoonists and illustrators and graphic artists, photographers, writers, creatives, you name it, all of you. Everyone's welcome to meet and share what you've been doing, to talk about your work on creative projects, and to get advice from fellow creatives. And that is hosted by the great James Stowe, who is a Western U.S. member of the Graphic Artists Guild. James has been on the board. I don't believe he's on the board anymore, but James is a great guy and hosts an amazing event. We always get so much positive feedback about the Freelance Fandango. So that's every Sunday. And I'm going to ask you guys to go to the Guild website to find out what time on Sunday. I believe it's a Pacific Coast time, so in the afternoon in the Pacific, and then later in the evening on the East Coast. But, check that out. And then we have Show Off and Tell on September 25th. And join us for our informal monthly gathering to show off some recent work, get feedback on works in progress, or do some fun drawing exercises to keep your skills sharp. And that's hosted by Joe Kandra, who is a Guild member, obviously, and is a representative on our board as well. And that's also always an amazing event. So that's September 25th. Again, you can see all of this on our website for more detail than what I'm giving you. And then on the 26th, there's Lone Artist. And the Lone Artist is a monthly event series occurring on the fourth Thursday of each month. It's designed for solo graphic artists, designers, illustrators, and more. Let's break out of that isolation of our creative caves and come together to discuss the business side of our work while nurturing a supportive community. And that's hosted by Carl. And Carl is also on our board, and he's a great member, and that is an amazing event. So that's September 26th. And then we have a webinar, which is a client agreement that works for you, hosted by Michelle Berdinas on September 18th. And Michelle is amazing. She is a great lawyer. She works with creatives. She's able to just make things so clear for the creative and to really make sure that we're covering all of our bases in terms of agreements. And she says that a client agreement should work not only to protect you when something goes wrong, but it should work for you to know how to prevent things from going wrong in the first place and to help solidify and maintain your client relationship, which is obviously one of the pillars of our business, is having a good client relationship. So I highly recommend that people check out on September 18th, Michelle Berdinas's webinar, and that would be free for guild members and a small fee for non-guild members. So again, if you go to the Graphic Artists Guild website, you can get all of the details about that. So while I've been talking about that, I am just wondering if anybody has anything to say. So there's some hellos. So hi, everyone who's out there currently. Does anyone have any questions for me? Because if you don't have any questions for me, you know what I'm going to be talking about, which is the Graphic Artist's Handbook for Pricing and Ethical Guidelines. I'm going to give you all an update because we are currently working on the 17th edition of the handbook, which we'll be publishing in the fall of 2025. And there are a few things that we're updating. Well, everything will be updated for the 17th edition, but the things that we've been working on, first of all, we've been working on pricing. And we did some great pricing surveys in the summer. And based on the feedback that we received on those pricing surveys, we've updated the pricing for the 17th edition. I am going to pause because Musical Madness has a question. It says, the instructions were a little unclear. I registered for a webinar last week, but on the day of the event, there wasn't a button that said already registered. So are you a guild member? Musical Madness, can you let me know that? And then maybe I can help you with that question some more. And then the Sound Of says, what inspired your creative journey in design? How has your style evolved over time? Oh, that's a good question. So my own personal creative journey, I am a graphic designer. And I didn't sort of plan to be a graphic designer. I wasn't what I considered terribly arty when I was younger. But in hindsight, I was very much a designer. I'm not a drawer. I wasn't a kid who was always sketching once I got past, the age of 5 or 6 when all kids are artists. But I did love collages. I loved that combination of images and text. And I used to make collages all the time. And in hindsight, I realized that was sort of my creative output, but I don't know what I thought I was doing, but I didn't particularly think of myself as creative. And I really came to design through observations of others, which is really interesting because I had gone to school and I decided that I wasn't fit for, what I was studying at the time, which was literature. I loved to read, but I didn't really want to be a English teacher or a librarian or any of the roles that I saw associated with a literature degree. So I dropped out of school and I worked for a while. And while I was working, my friends all commented on how I was always sort of designing little album covers and magazine covers, just sort of doodling them. I didn't even really think about it. And then someone said, "Have you thought about being a designer?" And this was a long time ago before the internet. So I had to like go to a bookstore and look up graphic design to see what that was all about. And I immediately was like, this is what I've always been waiting for. So that's my journey. And I've never looked back since. It was a lot to like start art school in my early 20s when most of the people I was studying with had been artists their whole lives. But I'm really glad I did it, and it's been a great career for me. Okay, so Musical Madness, you're not a member. Okay. I'm really sorry about that. I would recommend that you you respond to the email, whatever email you received confirming your registration when you first registered. Um, if you could go ahead and email them, they should be able to work this out for you. If you don't have an email, you could email admin@graphicartistguild.org, and they will be able to get in touch with you and explain what happened. And I'm sorry if you missed the event, but you will be able to receive a recording of the event, I'm pretty sure, if you registered for it. So I really apologize for that. I can't speak to what happened, but we'll make good with you, Musical Madness. So back to the handbook. So one of the things that we are really aware of with updating the handbook is the impact of AI on our industry. And quite frankly, the fact that we don't really know what the impact of AI is on our industry as things keep changing, daily, especially around laws where, things are only really being considered now. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be maintaining updates on our website for AI, in particular AI content, so that if you've purchased the book, you'll have a link to the website, and we'll be providing you with at least quarterly updates on what's going on with AI as it relates to agreements, but also our industry. So that's something that we're really excited to be able to offer to everyone who buys the book and to our members. What's the highest honor for a graphic artist? Well, I guess it depends on Erwin. I guess it depends on how you're describing honor. If you're talking about awards, like what's the Oscars for graphic arts, there are a number of design competitions, and then there are lifelong achievement awards. I know the Type Directors Club gives them. I believe the AIGA bestows a lifetime achievement award. And like I said, there are just a number of design competitions. The Graphic Artists Guild doesn't host any competitions. It's just really not part of our mission. Our mission is to educate and support graphic artists, and competitions really aren't a means of doing that from how we see our mission. But I hope that answered your question. So we're at a quarter past, and that's generally about how long these guild lives are. So unless there are any additional questions, I'll be closing up. But I just want to thank everyone who attended. It's great. It's great to see you all. And thank you for the engaging conversation. And please join us. I think the next Guild Live is in a month, in early October. I'm sure we'll be promoting it. And again, you can go to our website to see when the next Guild Live is. And we're just so grateful for your attention. If you are a member, we are so grateful for your membership. If you're not a member, please consider joining the Graphic Artists Guild. We offer a lot to graphic artists. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everyone. Okay, thank you.